alaikum, everybody. This man was living in Makkah. And as you might have heard about the stories of Makkah, things were very difficult at that time in Makkah. People used to worship idols, right? And they used to put all these statues in the Mecca, in the Kaaba, right? And they used to worship them. So Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam had to leave Makkah. He had to leave Makkah and he went to Medina, right? And a lot of Muslims left with him. So there in Medina, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam became the leader of Muslims, right? Now, one man who had not left yet, who was left behind and who was also planning to go, but the people of Makkah were just not letting him go. And that man, sorry, just give me a second. That man was Shuaib Ar-Rumi radiallahu anhu. Who has heard his name before? Tell me in the chat, guys. Who has heard his name before? Shuaib Ar-Rumi. Right. So Shuaib Ar-Rumi radiallahu anhu, he was a great man, and he was very rich. He was very, okay, you guys can hear me, right? Okay, he was very rich. He had a lot of money, right? And when we, have stuff, we want to keep it to ourselves. He was a great businessman. He made a lot of money. But now came time to leave the city of Makkah, and he really wanted to go and be with Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and learn from him. Spend his days with him, practice Islam freely there without being tortured for just being a Muslim. So he decided, I want to go from Makkah and go to Medina. So he packed all his stuff and everything. He decided to go to Makkah, all his money and everything. And then, he hid that stuff somewhere. All the powerful money he had. Okay, somebody's saying your audio is back. Let me just switch my mic. Okay, hello. Great. So he decided to leave Makkah. Do you think the Quraysh were happy about him leaving? No, they didn't like that at all. They were like, how could you leave? We are not going to let you leave. And you know what they really were after? They were like, you made all this money. You just go away from here. We are not going to let you go from here. So they locked him up. And they wouldn't let him leave Makkah and go to Medina to meet Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. How horrible is that, guys? Imagine somebody locks you up and doesn't let you go meet the person you love the most in this world. How horrible would that be, right? Who thinks it will be really horrible? It's like torture, right? So they locked him up. Now Shuaib Ar-Rumi came up with an idea. He said to the guards one day, right? He had locked them up, right? He said, oh, my stomach. I really need to go to the toilet. Oh no. So they said, okay, go, right? They have to let him go to the toilet. Now, in those days, do you think they were proper toilets like we have today? No, right? They used to like go in the, in the bushes and things like that, right? So they went to the place where they used to do that, outside, far away, so from their homes. So they took him there. He went to the toilet. And then he came back and then he said, oh no, oh, I need to go again. Does that ever happen to you? Your stomach is upset and you need to go to the toilet again and again? Who has had that happen? Maybe when you ate a bit too much. Right? So he's, oh, I need to go again. So they took him, okay. They took him again. Then they came back. And a little while later, oh, I really need to go. I really need to go again. I really need to go again. So they took him again. And now they started laughing at him. Like, look at him. Like, he's like going to toilet every few minutes, right? Have your friends ever laughed at you about that? Or you laughed at somebody about that? So they were laughing at him. And then they took him again. Then they came back. No, I really need to go again. I really need to go again. And now so at first they laughed and then they're like, okay, we have to take you all over again. And they started getting bored. Like, okay, let's take him. And then they came back. Then again, another time. Oh, I need to go again. Let's go again. So this kept happening again and again and again. And then they got really tired. Like, oh no, how many times do we have to take you? So finally, they said, okay, you know, they started, not paying that much attention anymore, right? Because they started, just like getting a bit distracted, making fun of him and getting bored. So what actually Shoaib, radiallahu anhu, that was his plan, to distract them. And when they were distracted, he ran away. Right, he ran away. Right, how cool is that, guys? He just fooled them and he ran away as distracted. But fortunately, guys, what happened was they caught up to him. They caught up to him. They came after him. And he was running. He was trying to escape from them to go to Makkah. Sorry, go to Medina to Prophet Muhammad. But they came after him and they caught him. Like he was right in front of them and they could shoot him or they could capture him again. They wanted to capture him again. So now he has a big choice to make. He could be sent back to Makkah, live with those people again, give in to them, maybe even give up Islam. Do you think if he gives up Islam right now, are these people going to become friends with him and love him? Who thinks yes? If he starts saying what they want him to say, if he starts believing what he believes, would they love him? Would they become, who thinks yes? Raise your hand if you think yes. Yeah, right? If he starts behaving like them, right? If he starts behaving like them, they will be cool again. They'll be like, yeah, okay, great, Shoaib, and he's rich anyways, right? So they're gonna be like, oh, great, you are a friend again. So everything would be okay for him for now. Have you ever been in that situation? Like had friends who wanted you to behave like them, but you said, no, I'm not going to do it because I love Allah. I'm a Muslim. Who's done that before? Did not just follow their friends. Awesome, you guys are amazing, mashallah. Big cheers for you guys. You are brave people, mashallah, like Shoaib or Rumi radiallahu anhu. So now Shoaib has a big choice. Which choice do you think he's going to make? Is he going to choose Allah or choose these people? Tell me in the chat, guys. Tell me in the chat. Tell me quickly. Tell me in the chat. Allah, that's right. He chose Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So he said, what if I gave you all of the money I have, all of the gold I have, all the millions of, now that time they don't have millions of dollars, but that will be equal to that, right? All the millions I have, I give it all to you. All the stuff I have, my home, my money, my business, I give it all to you. Would you let me go now? Would you let me go then? If I give everything I own to you? Imagine that. Giving up everything you own, your home, your PlayStation, your devices, your clothes, all your parents' money, and be on the streets like refugees. Become a refugee, basically. Just so you can be with the Prophet Muhammad and just so you can practice Islam. And they said, yes, of course, if you give us all your money, everything you own, we will let you go. I will let you go. How amazing is that? Giving up for Allah, the best feeling in the world. When you give up something for Allah. He said, we will let you go. And so he made a trade. He made a trade. What did he trade, guys? Tell me, what did he trade? Who can tell me, what did he trade? What did he trade? Yes, Marshiha? What did he trade?
He traded all his stuff.
For? For what? Okay, Ibrahim. Oh. Yeah, you guys are in the chat. You're absolutely right.
To see Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Yeah, for Allah, isn't it? Right? To practice Islam, right? Isn't it? Yeah, so for Allah, to be a great Muslim, he sacrificed it all. Everything he ever owned. And then he could go to Medina. He sacrificed it all for the sake of Allah, and then he traveled to Medina. And now he's making this very difficult journey to Medina. There's no car, there's no, motorbike. He has to travel in the hot desert for a long time. Finally, he reaches near Medina. And guess what? Somebody outside is already waiting for him outside Medina. Somebody was already waiting for him. Who do you think that someone was? Tell me in the chat, fast. Tell me in the chat. Yes, Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu. And he smiling, and he looks at Shuaib, and he says, Shuaib, your has been successful. Your trade has been successful. Your trade has been successful. How did the Prophet Muhammad know about Shuaib's trade? How did the Prophet know about it? Can you tell me? Tell me in the chat, guys. How did he know? How did he know, guys? Tell me. Tell me. Soleha, type in the chat. Come on, quickly. Yes, Allah told him. Very good. Very good. Mahad, Inaya. Yeah, very good. Fez and Qanita. And yeah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told him. Imagine, Allah mentioned Shuaib to the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu. You know how Allah mentioned it? Who knows how Allah mentioned it? And so Shuaib were like, Ya Rasulullah, how did you know about my trade? Because nobody came to Medina before me. Like, I'm just straight away coming from there, right? So he said, how did you know about it? And Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu then told him an even more amazing news. Are you ready for it? This is so incredible. It's gonna gives me goosebumps every time I say it. It's the best thing that can happen to you. Allah revealed an ayah in the Quran about Shuaib ar-Rum. Allah said, among mankind is a person who would sell himself seeking to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Wanting to please Allah, just to please Allah. Among mankind are there people who would sell themselves, give up everything they have, even become a slave just to please Allah. Who was Allah talking about specifically here? Shuaib ar-Rumi radiallahu anhu, right? But not just him. Of course, Shuaib was so happy, and ayah was, imagine, for all of time, for thousands of years, every time any human being goes and reads the Quran, they read this ayah which was revealed about the transaction Shuaib made. How amazing would that be? If Allah mentioned you in the Quran like that, Hamza, how cool would that be, right? If there was an ayah in the Quran about you, Noah, or Anika, or Alia, or Ahmed, or Ishraq. Everybody would read that ayah. Allah is saying that how amazing you are, right? So it's the best thing that can happen to him. Now, this is not just about him though, right? This is one of my favorite ayahs of the Quran, right? Because Allah, this is who I want to be, right? This is who I'm sure you want to be, right? That you will give up everything just to please Allah. Who would do that? Give up everything just to please Allah. There you go! Oh, amazing class, mashallah. That's amazing company we have here. Look, I loved it. I love the moments you guys all raise your hand just like that. You know, this is the fastest you have raised hand in this class today. You were like just jet speed, you guys raised your hand because you love Allah so much. You guys are amazing. I love you guys. I love that moment you just so fast raise your hand because you love Allah so much. It made me so happy just now when you did that. Can you imagine how happy Allah must be with you right now? When you raised your hand to say, I would give up everything for Allah. Allah must be so pleased with you. Alhamdulillah, he's watching you right now, isn't he? Yeah. Okay. So, right, guys, so think about this right now, right? Let's do this right now. And I want you to think about what are some things that you can give up for the sake of Allah, just to please. What are some things that you can give up for Allah today? Let's think of maybe 3 things you can give up this Ramadan. Of course, you know, we are all giving up food during the day, aren't we? Food and water. Yeah, why are we doing that? To please Allah, right? So let's think about what other things are. You know, maybe it is this device or an iPad or Minecraft or Roblox, because I don't want that to come in between me and Allah and become like, can you imagine on the day of judgment, no matter how amazing you were at Minecraft, like you played Minecraft like what is it? Or Dream or whatever, right? Or like, you know, you were really great at it. Would you be proud about that on the day of judgment? Would that even matter to you? Like, whatever, who cares? Nobody even plays Minecraft anymore. So you don't want that to become like, oh, that Ramadan, I didn't do my best because I was playing Roblox. How painful would that be for you, right? How sad would you be? So let's do this. Who has their mom or dad with them right now? Okay, right, because this class we are meant to do together, right? Because we are both trying to get closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So I want you guys to brainstorm together, moms and kids or dads and kids, one parent, right? Or both parent or all family together. Brainstorm, what can we give up for the sake of Allah this Ramadan? Brainstorm as many as you can. In the end, you're gonna pick 3 from that brainstorming. Okay, so brainstorm as many as you can. In the end, you're only gonna pick 3. So let's start this activity. I'm gonna give you a couple of minutes. I'm gonna give you 5 minutes. And brainstorm with your family. If you don't have an adult with you, you can just do it together. I mean, just do it yourself and write down 3 or 4 you can do together, inshallah. So we have what can you
There was so much on my mind in my bed I lay. I turned to my side and I heard a voice say, stop all your whining, heart rate's declining. You've got so much more than most. Look how you're sleeping, how much you've eaten. Don't you know that you're supposed to say sabr and shukr are wonderful things? The praises to Allah we should always sing. When things go right, it's from Him, not me. And when they are wrong, we get through patiently. I got out of bed, began to walk.
3 more.
Bumped into some folks and we started to talk. Did you hear about the killing, the bloodshed, the stealing? The grass got burnt on the other side. Soldiers are coming, people are running. All that's left is the orphan child. Sabr and shukr are wonderful things. The praises to Allah we should always sing. When things go right, it's from
Getting angry at my mom and dad, very good one, right? Maybe you can give up anger. Very good. Not listening to music, very good. I will give my money, book, all my you can give charity, right? Think of those in need during Ramadan. Okay, great. While you guys are brainstorming, brainstorm as many as you can with your family. We'll give you 2 more minutes and then we're going to share some. Maybe we can start sharing, right, Sabriya? Maybe we can get a couple. So how about you do that? And then actually we're gonna put you in breakout rooms. I just got that idea. It happens. Sometimes I have a light bulb moment. So I'll put you in breakout rooms and then you can share there, inshallah. Okay, Ibrahim.
I would give myself to Allah.
Okay, that's great. But what are the 3 things? Do you have your parent with you right now?
Yeah.
Okay, did you brainstorm with her?
Yeah. And
Okay,
I have 2 more.
How many things did you guys brainstorm together?
3.
Okay, do more. You can brainstorm 10 together and then pick some from that. Also for moms or dads, you will have different kinds of things, right? What was that? You will have different kinds of things, obviously for adults. So you want to think about for your and share that with kids as well. That what am I trying to give? So that you are a reminder to each other during Ramadan, right? So even mom might have like, I will try to be more patient in Ramadan. I will give up being angry in Ramadan, or I will give up, I don't know, let's think. What could you give up in Ramadan? Maybe you want to give up social media or devices, or I'm going to give up something you eat that may not be healthy to for you to stay up at nights to worship Allah. Right. So we don't want to also make it so hard that I will give up sleep. I will never sleep in Ramadan. That's impossible. Right? That's not healthy. That doesn't please Allah. Right? That if you are not sleeping at all, become a zombie. But of course, we try to give up sleep as much as we can. Right? Maybe we sleep less. We used to sleep 9 hours or 8 hours or 7 hours. We'll sleep, a couple of hours less. Okay, Mohammed.
My money. I'll give up my money.
Do you have a parent with you, Mohammed?
No.
No? Okay, let's brainstorm some more. Okay, great. You can give up some money, inshallah, right? Okay. And okay, so the reason I'm also asking parents to share theirs with their kids, let me just explain to moms and dads, is that's you setting an example and putting that in children's minds as well, right? A higher standard and for when they're growing up, inshallah. So make sure you share, even if it's not relevant to them, share them with them. And you also, because we are trying to go on this journey together, they remind you, you remind them, right? It's not just, that you guys, kids that want to try to race to Allah and mom and dad aren't, they're also trying to race to Allah. So you are going to remind your mom, if whatever she says right now, the 3 things she's going to give up, you are going to remind her, mom, you said you're going to give up that, right? So you become like her coach, right? her teacher, and she will coach you when she sees you not. So you are both checking each other, right? Right? Who likes that? I'm sure everybody likes that. Okay. Hadia?
Yeah, so I would give up the things that I don't need and donation. That's one of the things.
Okay. What
But
else?
I've actually already done that a few times. And
Yeah.
then
And you need
also,
to do that a million times more, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And
What else?
then the second thing would be to give up like a lot of my anger that like when I'm fasting, I get really
Yeah.
angry because I'm so hungry and then I'm not
Yeah.
eating properly.
Anger is one of the best to give up, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I think
Very good. What else?
I'm still thinking about the third one.
Right. Okay. Keep thinking then. What about gossiping or watching YouTube all day, right? Or maybe I'm not gonna watch YouTube at all. Only like Islamic stuff. What else? Who else would like to share? Who else would like to share? Who else would like to share? Okay, Madiha Rashid.
I'd like to mm, I like to stop drawing faces and faces in my house, and I would stop listening to music. And I
Music,
would
yeah.
also donate all the devices in my house.
Okay, great, right? I mean, seriously, I wonder, like, how weak is that? That a device is going to stand between me and Allah? You're gonna let a device, this thing, an iPad, an Xbox, a computer, stand between you and Allah Subhanahu wa Taala? You could go so much closer to Him, do so much more, earn so many more good deeds. But I'm gonna let a device stand between me and Allah? No way, no way. I'm more powerful than that, right? Okay, guys, so I'm gonna share this link. Go here in the chat. You see a link. Go there, and you can type what are your three things. Okay, so go to the link in the chat, and there you can share what are your three things. Go to the link in the chat, and there you can share what are your three things. Everybody type there, what are your three things that you're going to try to give up this Ramadan? And write your name as well. Otherwise, how would I know who is it from? Write your name. Make sure you write your name.
There was so much on my mind in my bed. I turned to my side and I heard a voice say, stop all your whining, heart rate's declining. You got so much
Great.
more than most. Look how you're sleeping, how much you eating. Don't you know that you're supposed to say Salah, but you got all your plans. The praise to Allah, we should always go right. It's from Him.
We got Roblox from Monazza, iPad, Song House from Elena, Anger and Devices less Hanan, Reading Excessively from Muhammad, Hannah, that's Hannah Music, Drawing Faces Money, Sudais, Give Up Anger, Do More Dhikr, Less YouTube. Wow. How pleased must Allah be with this Padlet? Right?
And when they are only information, I open my eyes and begin to see.
Khadija being angry, it's my toys, most of my clothes. Great job.
There's no use crying, no one's being still.
Pillow, iPad, money. Why are you giving up your pillow? What's wrong with the pillow? So you can sleep less? Is that why? So pick three, Zoya. You have a long list, mashallah. Pick three. What are three things you're going to focus on to give up?
I open my eyes, begin to see everything that's happening around me. So I should the praises to Allah we should always sing. So I should the praises to Allah we should always sing. So I should the praises to Allah we should always sing. When things go right, it's for you, not me. And when
yes, Hanan, I always remember you because you were a forerunner. You did it so fast. MashaAllah. And I showed the current Humble Your Heart students your video as well. Okay, very good, guys. You're doing really well, mashallah. Look at that, the beautiful board. The best board in the world. What are we doing? You all share? Please some shares. Okay, guys. So next, open your next page of the journal. Open your next page of the journal. And all you need to do here is write down plan for tomorrow. What are three things you will do tomorrow to please Allah? What are three things you will do tomorrow to please Allah? And mom should write hers, you should write yours. What are three things you will do tomorrow to please Allah? Write them down. What is your plan for tomorrow? What are three things you will do? You can write it in the journal, or if you're doing it in a notebook. What are three things you will do to please Allah? Maybe I will help mom with iftar. Maybe I am going to not watch videos anymore tomorrow. Maybe I'm going to give $1 in charity. I will pray 2 rakah nafil tomorrow. I will do a little bit more dhikr. What page is this page? You go to day 2. Day 2, next page, right? Day 2, find day 2 page, and you go to the next one after that. It's this one with red and blue tables. What are three things? What do we do if we don't have the journal? You do the same thing, right? What are three things, three actions you can do tomorrow to please Allah? What are three actions you can do tomorrow to please Allah? I will vacuum, or I will help somebody, right? It could be something really small. I will say Subhanallah 100 times tomorrow, right? I will read extra Quran, great. I will fast tomorrow. Yeah, okay. Go to school and make someone happy, very good. I'll help out somebody in school, very good. What else? If you don't have a journal, just do it in a notebook. If you don't have the journal, just do it in the notebook. Okay. What are three things you can do tomorrow to help someone? Sorry, something to please Allah. What are three things you can do tomorrow to please Allah? What are three things you can do tomorrow to please Allah? If you want, you can say it in the chat. Sure, go ahead. Go to Taraweeh, help my mom, stop the disrespect, help my parents. I will do Sunnah. Amazing. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Assalamu alaikum.